Welcome back to our channel 2025 MiG-23 Flogger Russia fighter jet. In today's video we're diving into the powerful and iconic MiG-23 Flogger and reviewing what it looks like in 2025 in terms of capabilities, upgrades, relevance and its place in modern aerial warfare. As Russia continues to maintain and modernize select legacy platforms, the MiG-23 remains a point of both historical and strategic interest. So let's get started and look at the full review of this aircraft's space and features in today's context. The MiG-23, also known by its NATO reporting name Flogger, was introduced in the 1970s as a variable geometry fighter aircraft by the Soviet Union. It was one of the first aircraft to feature swing wings, which allowed it to adapt to high-speed and low-speed combat situations effectively. Fast forward to 2025, and while the MiG-23 is no longer in frontline service with the Russian Air Force in large numbers, it continues to serve in upgraded forms for select roles including training, secondary air defense and limited tactical operations in allied countries. Russia has kept a handful of these jets operational in specialized squadrons, mainly for research and combat simulation roles. Let's talk about the cockpit space and layout. The original MiG-23 had a relatively cramped cockpit by modern standards, but with recent modernization programs many of the analog gauges have been replaced by digital multifunction displays. The 2025 variants of the MiG-23 used in testing and reserve roles now have updated heads-up displays, improved ejection seats and better night vision compatibility. The pilot environment remains minimalistic compared to modern fifth-generation jets, but it is now equipped with sufficient instrumentation for basic and intermediate combat missions. In terms of ergonomics, while it still lacks the glass cockpit luxury of a Su-57 or even a MiG-35, it now includes better avionics management systems which enhance pilot situational awareness. The aircraft's frame has been reinforced in the latest upgraded units. The composite materials used in the 2025 variants help reduce radar signature slightly and provide more durability. The nose cone has been modified in some variants to house updated radar systems such as the Phasotron N003 or variants of it depending on the use case. These radars provide moderate beyond visual range detection and tracking capacity, though still far behind modern AESA-equipped fighters. That said, the 2025 MiG-23 is not designed to compete with next-gen aircraft, but rather to support defense in-depth operations or to act as an aggressor in simulation training. The weapon systems on board have also seen upgrades. While the MiG-23 originally used older infrared and radar-guided missiles, modernized versions in 2025 can support newer medium-range missiles like the R-77 with data link support in select models. It also retains compatibility with legacy weapons such as the R-60 and R-73 short-range missiles, which are useful in close dogfights and training scenarios. The 23mm twin-barrel GSH-23L cannon remains effective and is now supported by a targeting computer that enhances firing accuracy. In terms of performance, the MiG-23 still maintains a top speed of around Mach 2.35 at high altitude and has a service ceiling of about 59,000 feet. The climb rate and acceleration remain solid, though not as rapid as newer aircraft like the Su-35 or F-22. The swing wing configuration remains a technical marvel even today, allowing for good stability during takeoff and landing and high-speed dash capability in interceptor roles. However, the drawback remains in maintenance complexity and fuel consumption. Let's talk about the avionics and sensors on board. The 2025 MiG-23 upgrades now include modern radar warning receivers, electronic countermeasure pods and infrared countermeasures. While these are not at the level of next-generation stealth aircraft, they do offer reasonable protection in hostile environments. Some units have also been fitted with underwing pods for electronic jamming and reconnaissance tasks. This gives the MiG-23 an extended role in electronic warfare training missions. One of the lesser discussed but important features is its adaptability to rough airstrips and austere environments. The MiG-23's rugged landing gear and powerful thrust-to-weight ratio allow it to operate in forward-deployed bases, making it a valuable asset in defensive strategies that prioritize mobility and flexibility. In terms of training and simulator compatibility, Russia has developed dedicated MiG-23 simulators for pilot training and doctrine development. These platforms allow pilots to experience the swing-wing dynamics and high-speed interception profiles which are unique to the aircraft. The value of the MiG-23 in this sense is educational and strategic, especially for training pilots transitioning from older platforms. Although the aircraft is aging and limited in modern combat scenarios, its role in 2025 is more specialized. It is not just a relic but a testament to Cold War engineering that still finds utility in training research in certain operational contexts. Russia continues to use legacy aircraft in clever ways, and the MiG-23 is a perfect example of how older platforms can be upgraded for niche but vital roles. That wraps up our in-depth look at the 2025 MiG-23 Flogger Russia fighter jet and its space and features in today's military aviation environment. If you enjoyed this video and want more detailed reviews and breakdowns of fighter jets from around the world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications. This is your Channel 2025 MiG-23 Flogger Russia fighter jet, bringing you the latest insights from the world of defense aviation.